name is Kevin Fernandez, and welcome to my channel, Gamers Genie. Today, we're going to be learning the supernatural bluffing game, Obscurio. This 2 to 8 player game designed by Latier and published by Liblood. In this ancient library, you and your fellow wizards have discovered this, turning out that it has been a trap set up by an ancient dark force. Trapped within this library, different magical paths try to help your way out. The grimoire that is lost within these tomes has decided to help you in assisting your escape. However, you weren't there by coincidence. One of your fellow wizards is a traitor. Can you get out of the library safely while also hopefully finding out who is the traitor amongst your party? Find out as we go to the table and learn how to play Obscurio. Place the board on the table. Place the progress marker in the first space on the board, in the upper portion of the board. Choose which player plays as the grimoire. That player receives the desk and 2 butterfly tokens, which you can remove. I'll give Jordan the desk. They also get this hourglass as well. Shuffle the illusion cards. Oh wait, I can just shuffle it my way and use my genie magic now. Alright, there we go. And we place it near the grimoire. But as that is off screen, I think I'll just put this down at the bottom of the board for now, so that way you guys can all see it. The grimoire draws 8 illusion cards and places them face up in their card holder. That's what this is. And you don't need to do this in the order that you draw them. I believe you can just put them in any order you want. Wow, that looks... Whew. The other players must not see them, and then you just close the card holder. All other players choose their character card and matching chips. So, Jordan will be this blue character, and I kind of like playing as yellow in this game. I don't know, kind of like the way the character looks. Each player keeps their card in front of them and places their chip in the center of the board. Traditionally, the grimoire wouldn't have a wizard, but I need more than one for this example. So Jordan will have to be kind of both examples. These players are the wizards. Take the traitor card and loyal cards until you have as many loyal cards as there are wizards. Shuffle these cards and deal 1 to each player. Each wizard secretly looks at their loyalty card, as I show you it on video camera, and keeps it hidden from any other player. One of them will be the traitor. Place a trap token in the token bag. Kind of mix it up. Oh, both tokens. And then you will choose a difficulty. I recommend you use the beginner grimoire level for your first game. You take the number of cohesion tokens indicated in the table in your rule book. I'll just bring it up here on screen for you you can check it out yourself. So you can hit that pause button, and you'll notice since we're going to be playing a 2-player game, we're going to need 12 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. First, you just place the number you need in the dark area, and then you can just fill up the rest with the cohesion tokens you have left over. So, tokens in the dark area, and this is usually only for 4 or 5 players, or all 8 players, or 7 or 8 players. So it's 5 or 6 in there. If we're playing a 4 or 5 player game, we're technically not, but I kind of want to just show you what that will look like if we were. And if we were playing with 8, you would put 7 in there. All other game elements will remain in the box for the moment. And that completes the setup. Now I do want to point out before we get started with the gameplay, there is a chart that explains the different difficulties of Obscurio. So even though we are going to be teaching you the easy version of this game, you can go up and down as you see fit. But as for that, you are now ready to actually play Obscurio. Okay, so before we get started going into the full steps you need to go to play this game, a little important notice: the grimoire is not allowed to speak with the wizards. That player cannot gesture, mimic, nor make any sound or comments to try to give hints to communicate with the wizards. The grimoire can only use the butterfly markers that I showed you earlier. A game of Obscurio plays in several turns. Each turn is divided into 5 steps. On each turn, the wizards must resolve a riddle and define the door that will lead them to the next room. To exit the library, they must successfully cross 6 rooms. Each room features many obstacles designed to prevent wizards from escaping the library. During the turn setup, you must draw 1 or several trap tokens from the bag in front of the grimoire. You always draw at least 1 trap token. Right here. At this step, even on the first turn, depending on the time that the wizards took to complete the previous turn, there may be additional trap tokens. Any trap token that you draw must be resolved during the current turn. In step 2, you're preparing for the riddle. The grimoire takes the first illusion card from the deck, looks at that card to make sure no other player can see it. That card is the exit card. The wizard must identify it among many others to move to the next room. The grimoire keeps this card face down as long as step 2 is not over, which we are in. The grimoire may look at the exit card anytime they want. Then the grimoire draws 2 other illusion cards and places them face down upon the deck. These are the pages of the grimoire. Use the butterfly markers. The grimoire points out 1 or 2 elements on these pages. These elements must be related to the exit card. So like that and that. So like I just pointed out that the purple is connected to this door. The grimoire may use one of their 2 butterfly markers or both of them. They can be placed on each page or both on the same page. The butterfly must be placed inside the circle of the card that they are pointing at. The grimoire may also place 1 butterfly marker at the bottom of a page. This means that the page as a whole is a clue. So if I couldn't find anything, I could just place it right here, and that means this item as a whole is a clue if I found more than 1. And related to the exit card because of its subject, its being, its colors, etc., etc., etc. A little note: once placed, a butterfly marker may no longer be moved by anyone, neither by the grimoire nor by any other player. Furthermore, the grimoire may not use both butterfly markers to point to the same elements. So what that means is I can't just do that. I can't, you'd have to put it on here, point it on something on the other page, or as it said, you can use it as the whole. Once the grimoire has placed their butterfly markers, they place the exit card face down next to them and pass the desk to the wizards. The wizards may now freely talk about the butterfly markers and try to interpret their placement. Now we move on to step 3, the traitor. Here's a little note. The grimoire ensures that this step plays smoothly, but they cannot comment on traitors' choices, as they must not disclose the traitor's identity. Don't talk to the traitor, and make sure that they remain anonymous. So you can't go, hey, John, you know what? You probably shouldn't be that cruel on them when you're doing that. And then everybody's just like, oh, I bet it's John. And there's always a John in the group. It's a common name. It's one of the most common names in the English language. At the grimoire's command, the wizards close their eyes. Note, all wizards must close their eyes. Not doing it would be cheating, as the traitor would be easily exposed. The grimoire asks the traitor to open their eyes and opens the card holder, showing it to the traitor. So this is for their eyes only. There are 8 cards numbered 1 through 8 in the card holder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The objective of the traitor is to confuse the wizards by choosing the cards that look like potential exit cards, according to the butterfly markers placed on the pages of the grimoire. The traitor may choose a second card. Proceed as you did for the first card, making sure to draw a new card to replace it once selected. Then the grimoire closes the card holder. Note, choosing cards is not mandatory. The traitor may decide not to choose cards, in which case they simply nod to the grimoire. That's me knocking, like head nodding, to let them know that they can close the card holder at once. Once the grimoire has closed the card holder, the traitor closes their eyes, and the grimoires commands everyone to open their eyes. This is a very important notice. During this step, the grimoire and the traitor mustn't disclose any information about the traitor's identity, like gender, shirt that they're wearing, anything that people would be like, huh. The grimoire should not call the traitor by their name, so I can't go, hey Jordan, you forgot to give me the cards you picked out to screw everybody up. So that's a no-no. Nor should they turn to them when speaking. The traitor should move with care. Making any sound would draw the other player's attention to them. There's so many ways you can screw this up, And now we go to step 4, which is choosing the door. The grimoire now takes the exit card, which is this card right here, plus any cards that are chosen by the traitor during the previous step, and adds as many cards as needed from the deck to have a total of 6. So let's say the traitor picked 2 cards, so we just add 3. Illusion cards, trap tokens that may alter this total. Sometimes there are. Then the grimoire shuffles the cards and gives them to the wizards. The wizards place them face up in the appropriate spots of the board, numbered 1 to 6. These spots are called doors. During this step, the wizards must find the exit card hidden among the other illusion cards. They must discuss the clues given by the grimoire and try to understand how the elements indicated by the butterflies are related to the exit card. When the wizards think they have found the proper exit card, they place their character chip in front of the matching door. Wizards can change their minds and move their chips as long as the step is not over. The wizards may cooperate, and each may choose a different door to increase the group's chances to find the right door. However, doing this is risky, as the group will lose 1 cohesion token for each wizard choosing the wrong door. Right? Blue is right, yellow is wrong. I take a hit for our team. even though we did choose correctly. So ending all this can end in two ways. All the wizards have chosen a door and they don't want to change their mind. They tell the grimoire. And that ends the step. The hourglass stays in its current space. Well, so you kind of just do that. You just tilt it on its side. And that would be that. Or hourglass runs out of time. Let's pretend it ran out of time. Oh, it ran out of time. While the last space of the time track, so if we were here, the grimoire announces stop, and the wizards can no longer place their chips for any reasons whatsoever. So I could just put mine there. For any wizard that did not place or move their chip, the group will lose 1 cohesion point, as if these wizards had chosen the wrong door. So for those of you who are like, oh, well, this is a simple choice. I don't know which one it is, so I just won't choose, and we'll just and they'll just let that fly. No, your team will still get points deducted. When this step ends, the grimoire reveals the correct card among the doors. Then we proceed as follows. If there is at least 1 character chip in front of the correct exit card, Jordan did choose correctly. Jordan chose correctly, not me. Then the group moves 1 room forward. Move the progress marker 1 space forward, as I did. If the progress marker reaches the last space of the progress track, the watcher trap is now active for the rest of the game, and you can read the effects of the traps on page 12 of your rulebook. If the progress marker was on the last space, so which is right here, and if the wizards still have at least 1 cohesion token, the game is over. The wizards and the grimoire win the game. Each wizard whose character chip was not placed or is placed in front of the wrong door takes a cohesion token, first from the leftmost area, which would be over here, then the dark area if the character cards allow the players to keep track of the number of times a given wizard chooses a wrong door. If the last cohesion token is taken from the board, so like that, the wizards are lost in the library. The raider wins the game. If no one found the exit card, then the group does not progress. The progress marker does not move on the track. And finally we come to ending your turn. All used illusion cards are discarded face up like so, next to the board. All trap tokens are placed in the bag. All wizards place their chips at the center of the board, then proceed to the next turn, starting with step 1, the turn setup. As soon as they take the last cohesion token from the first area of the gauge, step 4, the wizards start looking for the traitor in their ranks. The accusation phase begins. The grimoire does not take part in this phase. The accusation phase plays as I'm about to tell you. Turn the hourglass. That's step 1. The wizards have 1 minute to discuss and try to find who is the traitor, like so, among them. When the hourglass runs out, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, the wizards simultaneously point their fingers. It was the camera who did it. To the player of their choice, so I pick you guys at home. If they think that that player is the traitor, count the votes against each player. The player with the most votes is accused. If there is a tie, all tied players are accused. Any accused player reveals their loyalty card. So I am loyal. Oh, looks like you are too. So we're good with that. For each loyal player falsely accused, you lose 2 of these tokens. So if the traitor was not accused and if there's still cohesion tokens remaining, start the phase over. If the traitor was accused and exposed and there's still tokens in the board, proceed to the next turn. The traitor removes their chip from the board. From now on until the end of the game, the traitor will only take part in phase 3. They may no longer participate in discussion between wizards. Little note, loyal players still take part in all phases of the game turn, even if they were falsely accused. So you're still good if you're falsely accused. You just kind of helps you progress to losing. The game instructs you to move the progress marker while the marker is already on the last space of the track. And the wizards still have at least one cohesion token, right there. The wizards manage to escape the library. The wizards and the grimoire win the game, and the traitor loses. That being said, if the last token is taken from the dark area of the gauge, the wizards are lost in the library. The group scatters, and the traitor wins the game alone. And that's all you need to know to play Obscurio. If you have any questions about this game, please put them in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get to them as soon as I possibly can. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell to be notified for videos just like this. And if you are a big fan of the channel as a whole, consider becoming a Patreon supporter on our Patreon page. I will leave a link down there in the description below so you can check it out. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. Be on the lookout for our upcoming gameplay video on Obscurio. But until then, thanks for the views.